Indeed. Member of the House Oversight Committee, Congressman Jim Jordan, is with us this Monday morning. We don't know the president's true condition. We don't know if he can run the country for another 5 months. Should he resign?
Well, I think a lot of Americans think so, but what I'm focused on is making sure we win this election. And frankly, Stuart, I don't think it matters who the Democrats put up, because you can't change the facts. I mean, the facts are we went from a secure border to no border in 3.5 years. We went from $2 gas to $4 gas. We went from safe streets to record crime, and we went from stable prices to record inflation. I don't care if it's Harris, Biden, Newsom, I don't think it matters, because the facts remain the same, and the American people understand that. And then you add to it what they saw from President Trump a week ago Saturday, the poise, the leadership, the character, while literally under fire. I think that is what we have to focus on, the sharp contrast, and making sure we win this election so we can turn things around for the American people.
But it's nice to watch the internecine fighting among Democrats. I know where you're coming from, Jim. I do know that. Right. Let's change the subject. Something really important here. Trump says the Secret Service didn't warn him about the shooter before he stepped onto the stage. Roll tape.
Nobody mentioned it. Nobody said there was a problem. And I would have waited for 15. They could have said, let's wait for 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, something. Nobody said, I think that was a mistake. How did somebody get on that roof? And why wasn't he reported? Because people saw that he was on the roof. I mean, you had Trumpers screaming. The woman in the red shirt, she was screaming, there's a man on the roof. And then other people said, there's a man on the roof who's got a gun. And that was quite a bit before I walked onto the stage. So you would have thought somebody would have done something about it.
Secret Service Director Cheatle will testify before your committee today. What are you going to ask her?
Well, I think there are two big general lines of questioning. I think the first is what happened before. Why were resources denied when President Trump's detail asked for additional resources, security resources? Why were they diverted, as been reported in the press, that they were diverted to the NATO event here in D.C., and, of course, when First Lady Dr. Jill Biden was also in the Pittsburgh area that particular Saturday? And then, frankly, why were there's a finite number of buildings that need to be secured. It's not a huge number. Why weren't those buildings rooftop, line of sight? Why weren't they secured? So I think there's that line of questioning. And then there's what the president was talking about. What happened during the actual, like 6:09, the shooter is identified. 6:10, the counter sniper is notified about the shooter. 6:11, the bad guy shoots President Trump. 6:12, the counter sniper takes out the bad guy, and then at 6:14 the president is being taken off the stage by Secret Service. So that 5 minutes, that's the critical 5 minutes. What took place? What was the second by second? How did it all go down? And as has been reported, there was maybe not a seamless communications between local law enforcement and the Secret Service. If that's the case, why was that so? So I think there's the before questions, there's the during questions, and I think you'll see members focus in on those two kind of general areas.
It will be a lively hearing. Jim Jordan, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Thank you very much indeed.
Stuart.
Yes, sir.